So I can tell you about how I'm doing, and the answer is not great.
What happened?
But
Oh, what didn't happen? Well, let's
are you
see.
dying though?
No, not dying, just in a lot of pain.
Ah, that's
So it
fine.
all started off with drill weekend.
Oh no.
So we had it was a Friday to Sunday drill,
Mhm.
and it started wonderfully. I woke up, first formation, the time I had to be at drill was at 7. I woke up in my apartment at 4:15. Plenty of time to drive the hour and a half to Reedsburg to show up. I go from my room to my shower, and what do? I turn on the hot water tap, and the hot water tap comes off of the wall, along with gallons upon gallons of hot water that just start jetting out of the wall. So, that's happening. I try to shove the handle back in the wall to stop the flow. It's not working. I'm panicking. I look up the landlord's number in my phone. I accidentally call my old landlord, who I still owe a lot of money to.
Mike.
Um, I then I called my actual landlord's number and emergency number, both which are not being picked up. So I'm like, well, this is awful. Um, let's make it a little bit worse. So now I'm having like water in my bathroom. It's starting to grow to like about an inch on the floor now. Most thankfully, most of it's going down the tub, but the water's still coming out at approximately a. Here, I have a video. I'll post it in the memes. It's
He
Oh
bad.
no.
took a
It
video.
was so bad how much water was coming out. And so yeah, I'm pounding on the door for the landlord. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm pretty sure there's a homeless man sleeping in the chair in the lobby, which I don't even have time to question. Um, I and then as I'm pounding on the door for like the third time, another guy shows up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm apartment 6. I'm all the way at the end of the hall, and there's a bunch of water coming down from my ceiling." I'm like, "Oh man, yeah, that'd be me." I
Oh.
don't, and neither of us know where any of the hot water is. None of the phone numbers were calling. I called 911. 911's like, "Yeah, we called him on his number. He didn't pick up." I'm like, "No, really?" So I call 911 again, uh, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't have anything for you. Have you tried calling a plumber?" I'm like, "Oh, well, wonderful. Yeah, thanks for all the great help and advice." So I call a plumber. Plumber turns out can't go to into a private residence without the landlord's express consent. Still panicking. The bathroom is still filling with water. I panic, still call my dad. My dad's like, "Hey, you should try like Stevens Point Utilities. They might have an emergency number." I call them. This is about like 3 hours in. Uh and thank God they have an emergency number. So they send somebody over. We finally shut off the hot water. Then all I have is just a big hole in the wall. And anybody in the building, if they know where the hot water tap is at, they can go turn it back on for the whole building. So at any
Oh.
point, this hole in my wall could start gushing water again. Um, so yeah, and then it takes about another 4 hours of panicking suspense to solve that problem, where a plumber finally shows up, and he basically takes like 3 minutes and he just screws it on. He's like, "Oh, why didn't you just try that? Just screw it back in, real easy." And I'm like, it was probably the giant torrent of water that was coming out. I probably didn't think of trying it like that. So then I'm like, well, it's still drill weekend, so I got a whole another 2 days of drill in front of me. So I hop
And
in
you're
my
late to that
car.
too, right?
What was that?
And you're late to that as well, right? Because
Yeah,
it
oh,
was 12
absolutely.
p.m.
But
till
Yeah,
thank
you said three
God,
hours it took.
yeah.
it took me like about for it took I was leaving my house at about 5 o'clock p.m. to get to
Oh.
drill. So
Oof.
that's how long everything took to resolve itself, plus like a little sanity nap I took. Uh, um, So I finally show up at drill. Thank God I missed out on the 5 mile ruck march because I don't think I'm physically capable of walking 5 miles, which I had at the time thought was completely accurate. Well, we're doing land nav, which is walking through the woods, finding points, using a map and compass. I don't know if you've ever been to Fort McCoy, but it's hell.
I have been
First of
actually.
all, there's still about 2 feet of snow on the ground. And so immediately 30 seconds in, and it's not like the nice snow you can walk on top of. It's the snow that you step onto, it holds you for a second, and then your foot breaks through. So we're
Yep.
trudging through the snow. We have each point is about 1,000 meters away from each other point. So in total that day, I walked about 10 miles. Just walking through the snow and up and down hills that could have were hundreds of feet in elevation. Not only did I do that all during the day, we also did a night version. So what do I get after strenuously breaking my back and getting all of these points? Oh, I get a reward of sleeping outside in the cold. Oh, that's wonderful. So our entire troop sleeps outside in the cold. So I wake up, come back on Sunday, and I got released approximately 2 hours ago. Took me an hour 45 to drive home, and I've been tending to my feet for the past like 5 minutes, and I
As you
hopped
should.
on D&D, and I'm like, I'm gonna order Domino's while I'm on D&D, so I'm gonna do that.
All right. Well, Ben, damn, big Fs. Honestly,
Can we just nominate Ben for the shitty blip right away, off the bat? Doesn't matter what he
Nah,
does.
nah,
in the
nah,
game.
nah, nah. That's Volk's shitty blip, alright? Volk's
Sorry,
gotta do
you're right,
something
you're right.
shitty.
Oh, the way my weekend's been going, it'll happen.
Just you wait.
All right. So last time, you basically ran around going to libraries, looking at things,
Mm-hmm.
getting some info. Oh boy. Feel tempted to go and put in the library song, but I really don't feel like going through the effort of going to YouTube and finding it. So yeah,
Having fun
if
isn't
you have
hard when you've got a library card.
a
That's
different
all.
library song, it involves saying hi to the dictionary and other
Oh,
silly
no.
library shenanigans. Um. Anyway, if you have anything that you want to look at or investigate, please add it to the party notes. Because if everything goes as planned, this will be the last library episode.
Yay!
Oh, what? I'm gonna miss the time we had here.
Me and Melissa are muted, right?
We're
Because we're not
still
with
waiting
them?
on the others to come back, yeah.
I think they came back because they had gone to the area of devils and demons and looked at info there and then had returned.
I will be right back to get my notebook.
They'd basically done everything they possibly could have done in order to not have to go to the area where hydrophanous information is located. But they ran out of things to do, at least for the time being. There had been talk about getting, looking at the info about the Demogorgon, but unfortunately, you don't have the permissions to do that just yet, so you'd have to wait 24 hours to check that out. If you still wanted to look at that
To come
information.
back later. I mean, we all know who it is. I have my eyes on you,
Shifty what?
you won't know. The shifty.
What's the real snake?
All right.
So what we doing?
What are you doing? The party is reconnected, sort of, with Nyla and Damien being inside the library, and Volk and Texas Red and Maximilian coming together from outside in the vehicle. If I'm not mistaken, your plan is to go and check out the Library of the Gods, but of course, that's still can be changed since you haven't done anything about that.
So we're
You
going
would
there.
also wanted to check out information on possibly the Oni and Philippe,
Oh, that's right.
but you would need to wait 24 hours to be able to do so.
How close is Damien to finding his family?
It is still the same day that the search has begun.
Yeah, so I still have an entire day left to do this.
Like,
I
Damien's got you basically need a long rest and then a whole day,
Mm-hmm.
and pretty much then you'll be able to have access to the information possibly.
I can stay here with Damien if Nyla wants to go with Texas Red and Maximilian to find information about
The
your
gods.
god and your enemies.
Yes, I'll do that. Thank you, Vol.
All right, in that case, Damien and Volk, either mute yourself or jump into another channel so you can talk or something. But you will not be here for the adventures of the. We don't have a name for this group. The squad that has no name.
Let's keep it that way. It doesn't want to exist much longer.
Didn't we create a name for our group?
Yes, but not for the Maximilian Texas Red Nyla squad.
We're just gonna call them Nyla Squad because I'm the
Leave
most
Nyla
important,
Squad?
obviously, because I'm the most important, obviously.
All right. Well, the squad that only one of you wants to call the Nyla squad, shall
No.
journey on to.
As a group vote, I would just want to even call it the Texas Red Squad just to overrule Nyla.
Okay. Yep. We'll call it Texas Red Group.
The squad that shall not be named is going over here. It's gonna take, like an hour-ish. And once again, it is another one of those libraries. As you travel through this cog, you travel down regular intersections. It's kind of arranged, kind of like blocks in a city, except that they seem to be in some kind of pattern. If you weren't following instructions, you would basically be lost quite easily. Luckily, you had somebody who was able to point you toward your direction, because you did that last session. So yeah, you find another one of those double pyramid buildings, and just as the one with the archives of people, or the census building, and just like the building with for devils and demons and other fiends, this one seems to stretch on up for a long distance. You cannot see the top of it with the way that you are currently located. Outside the building, you see that there are modrons moving around in orderly manner, and you also glimpse through the doors that there are large beings inside. Unfortunately, the door is small, and so you are not able to get a full glimpse of those that are inside the building.
What do you
And
want
this is inside of the building, or is it
Inside
our
the
way?
building.
And we're passing it?
I'm sorry, what?
And we're passing it through our vehicle? Or is this inside the building that we're supposed to be at?
Inside the building that you want to be in.
I'm not gonna risk it. We're just gonna not go through it. Not go in it. We'll continue.
All right. In that case, if you guys are sure, then that means that unless you have somewhere else to go, you'll basically be doing a 180 per hour
So
and a little bit back to the census building.
Oh wait,
yeah, this
Well,
is
we
the
wanna
where
go
you
in-
want to get your information.
no, we want to go inside of the building for the information, but I don't want to go into the room where these big creatures are.
All right,
makes
so let me re-describe. So you get off of your vehicle, and inside you see. Sorry. So from the outside, you see that the inside of this building has large beings in it.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll. Is there like a gate?
Yeah.
We'll try to enter the gate. Show the bi-drones, quadrones, whatever it is, guarding the papers that we received.
Yeah. If you don't want to care about what kind, Modrons is the name.
Mojons. Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you will show the Modrons, and they will, in their clunky movements, open the door, and you will go past the gate toward this building that stretches on upwards to indefinite heights. The interior of this building is very much like the census building, except there are a lot more platforms to be standing on. It seems that the bookshelves are much more broken up vertically. And with each bookshelf, there seems to be a multitude of massive building or massive creatures that vary in size and appearance. They range anywhere from like humanoid size to like 20 feet tall. They seem to be a multitude of things that you recognize as demons, devils, uh, angels, you can assume. Some seem to be more humanoid in appearance, wearing what you would assume to be like probably magical armor or having magical weapons. So, but they would look pretty much like a standard race if you were to see them outside of this location. They seem to be standing guard, but they don't seem to be standing guard over a particular location as a unified group. If someone wants to roll me an investigation or insight check,
Decided quick.
or a religion check.
I think
My,
insight's gonna be
my
my
computer just
best.
shut off randomly, so it's booting back up. Sorry.
Insight. You can you look around and you get the idea that these are possibly guardians of some sort, possibly guarding the information about their respective gods.
Can we go up to some sort? What's the drone doing? Is it just stopping like right by it?
The drone stops about 20 feet away and says, "This is as far as I can go."
All right. Can I try to communicate with the creature?
Sure. What language are you trying to communicate it to it with?
Let's just try Lamian, if that's a language.
Uh, nah.
Nah. Okay.
No.
What about Infernal?
Infernal? Sure. Okay, you attempt to communicate it or communicate to it in Infernal, and it does not react.
Right. Common.
Okay, what are you trying to say to it in common?
I say we're here to seek information about Hydropolis. Nothing too major. Mind if we take a look?
Said the god's name out loud. Good
Oh.
job. Good job.
How it
I
knows you're
remote-
looking.
Can someone do a sleight of hand check to like cover my mouth?
No. No.
With your religion check, you would know it's already watching through the eyes of its guardian.
Okay.
For what reason do you wish to know about the god that I work for?
Well, you see, I'm just curious about just your god and what it has to offer. What the sorry, Libby just came back. What your mighty god has accomplished through hard work and everything.
Run away, little one, because your words do not sway. And if you take one more step or slither your disgusting form any closer to me, and I will have to make these Modrons clean up a mess on the floor.
There's like a mojo next to us.
Yes, the Modron that guided you here is still next to you.
I'm gonna whisper, can they just attack us for no reason? Or
They do have a permit for guarding.
all right, we'll skedaddle. We might be back, we might not be. We'll find out. And with that, we're going to go down to the ground for now. And I'm going to assume Texas and Maximilian cast fly on themselves again.
Texas might just have to jump.
Well, that was a good waste of an hour.
Yeah,
No,
okay, that's another one.
I'm gonna ask one of the Mojons. How long will it take to get a permit to have no guards?
Unfortunately, that is a permit against a permit.
You can't do that?
Well, no, it would require a permit nullification from a second party.
What if we got a permit to
Permit.
break a permit?
Unfortunately, those have to be approved, and not many of them have ever been approved.
I'm guessing this is like 100-year-old, 100-year plus endeavor.
Since the beginning of this library, many of these guardians have been here.
What about a permit to have that guardian step away for about? That doesn't break it, does it?
Well, if they were to leave of their own volition, then no.
Any plans? Any ideas?
I'm not part of this. I think you should just let it be.
And this doesn't benefit me at all. You're on your own here, Nyla. You want to find out information, you gotta come out with a plan to do it.
Especially if it's a play against a god. You know, if it was something I could shoot, maybe. I can't shoot a god. It doesn't work.
So,
can.
They're not gods. They're just highly powerful beings put in there by a god.
No, but getting information on Hydrophanus would be an act against a god in this case. I'm not worried about the Guardian. Well, I am, because I'm sure it would vaporize us, but
Well, we'll stand far away.
you go first, Nyla. We'll stand back here.
I'm not a fool enough to go and get myself into more mess.
That seems to be a
Maybe
little bit.
I gotta be smart about how I go about this. There's gotta be a
What is your end game here? Getting library information on a god that you betrayed.
I never betrayed this.
Oh, not this one. But you're working for the other one. My bad. This is the one you
One
bought.
second, guys.
Yeah, he's just now the god knows that he's looking for information on him now,
It's true.
which probably will not end well for us.
Does Nyla and the gods interacting ever end well for us?
No, they don't.
Alright, so what are you going to do?
I think Matt stepped away, but I'm fine.
Sorry, I had to talk to someone. Yeah, we gotta. There's gotta be some sort of loophole where we can get this deity away from the bookshelf it's guarding.
Snow, we. It's you. We're here to
I know
make
you
sure
don't want to help
you
me.
do anything
Nexus.
horrible.
I've helped you sometimes.
I have never asked you to act against a god. Gods can wish me away. It's like Texas Red taking on the U.S. government. It doesn't work.
What's the U.S.?
It was the gods of my land.
Ah, okay. Well, let's go back. Let's converse with Damien and Volk. Maybe they'll give me some information, some help.
Well, remember, Dakota, if you believe in the founding fathers hard enough, maybe they'll form their own pantheon.
Great. That's not what I want, though. I don't want more oversight. I want less oversight.
Ah, yes, of course.
I'll be back. Basically when we get back with Damien and Volk, or yeah, I'm gonna try to tell them about my pet, my situation, and get their opinions.
All right. In that case, you spend another hour in returning.
So, do they come back to us?
Pretty much. Because of the amount of time that you spent the previous day, I'm going to say that you can take a long rest now. We can have like a few hours and then take a long rest, but you pretty much need to take a long rest soon.
And I can
Did
use one fight.
Maximilian, did you request your information on transdimensional travels?
I didn't request anything on it yet. I probably should.
Well, it just so happens that we have a couple of hours. I'm going to go order pizza for the group. Volk says, definitely not ordering pizza just for himself. If you
I
wanted
got
to
Domino's
go,
nearby.
if you
You should
wanted
order
to
it to me
go,
too.
check that out. I mean, I'm helping Damien now, so you would have to take care of that on your own.
I can help you.
Think you can handle it? Also, what happened with Nyla? I may or may not have been here for all of it.
Bullied by a guardian.
Is the Guardian extremely powerful?
I mean, on a
Probably.
scale of 1 to disintegrate us, I think it's on the disintegrate us scale.
Well, I bet you if we were to find any information about who dislikes this hydrophanus and we're not able to find it from the library, I bet we could find something in Sigil.
You and Nyla could find it.
Well, I'm just spitballing here.
So, once again, remember that saying the name of a god brings them into your presence.
Did I say the name?
Yeah.
Hey Maximilian, do you have a spell that like bans us from saying a certain word?
Real quick, does Volk even know the actual name of the
Attack him.
god?
I'm sure I've told the name, or I think I said like hydro Venice at some point to him. I could be wrong.
Hypotenuse, that's his name.
Alright. But I don't think it's an issue we can solve right now.
There you go. Those are alternative names.
Ocean Coiler.
Including the first one?
Yes, please say the first one as much as possible.
What's the Ocean Coiler the god of, technically? For those of us that haven't really cared. Is this the god of the ocean? Oh, it's the hippo god. I think I have to pledge myself.
Oh, what an interesting party dynamic that would be.
Yeah. It would be. I'd be a much better follower.
I feel like we've all learned something from since those days. All right. Maximilian, you want to go find your information? I assume everybody else, Texas Red, you're waiting on to hear back on your information about your enemies.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And about the firearms research.
I suppose. I don't really care about that one, but if we have time to kill.
Let me see here.
So, this library will only tell you what is. So, not what could be.
I figured it would give me a update on the actual use of or the progress of firearms within everything.
What specifically are you looking for?
I guess if anyone is using them, like actually, like if they're deployed on a mass scale anywhere, or rather, who could improve them?
Because if you're looking for what worlds have them, then that would be one thing. But if you're looking for like firearm designs, that'd be another thing. Or if you're looking for where you could acquire them, that would be a different thing as well.
Be acquire them. But again, I have one of the most sophisticated firearms in this universe, so.
So I look up more from my end. Like I was gonna try to look up more, less even on the how I got here, more the how do I have magic when I didn't have it before.
Did you drink some colored water?
Did a strange
I don't
being
think so.
come to you in your dreams and offer you great power?
So I just all of a sudden was here and had magic.
Man, that's really
Maximilian?
confusing, especially because you cast magic
Maximilian,
on
I'm
me.
going to be rolling a D100. Unfortunately, you have chaos magic,
That's why here.
which is the opposite of order.
Ooh, that's bad.
So they might not have information on chaos because their goal is to, organize it.
That is fair.
All right, I just rolled a 15 on a D100. You would be able to figure out what they know about chaos magic, but not the manner of which you acquired it.
I think I'm gonna look more into that, just like what they know about chaos magic. I'll put in a request for that information.
Are you sure you don't want to learn about how you got here?
I kind of want to understand the
mean-
magic itself.
I mean, if you're cool with no hints on the ruin you were looking into, I bet you the name of the ruin you had probably maybe had some
that
hint.
one location that's part of your backstory that I don't have information on. So you would pretty much be coming up with all of it on the spot. Please enlighten us on the name of this temple or whatnot.
I'm sure you've put a lot of thought into this, given that we've had a week off. And definitely didn't forget about it until right now.
It's definitely very true.
You want me to
Alright.
share you a random name generator?
I'm already on one.
So while Jacob figures out things, you have as options of locations you can go. You can attempt to find information on the Oni and her companion. You can attempt to go. What else would you want to do? You wanted to try to figure out stuff about where firearms are located.
We still have 24 more hours. We have a long rest in 24 more hours before Damien's search is done.
I'm
correct?
going to assume you took a long rest.
Okay. Well, I mean, yes, whenever Maximilian figures out and he does his little role play to ask the Modrons his information.
So I don't know what you guys basically end up talking to. I was doing like 2 or 3 different conversations at once, so hard for me to listen. But anyways, would it be
Nothing.
possible? Would it be possible to go back to that serpent creature and ask? Do you think it's a good idea to ask him where some shrines for Hydra would be, or for where this serpent is, so that we can?
Roll me an insight check.
I can't.
Roll me an insight check.
No, what I'm saying is like my computer's still.
Oh, okay.
There. I'll roll the insight check.
All right. So the Guardians have the libraries contain all the information on, or that library contains all the information that is just factual about all the gods.
Yes.
That is something that the gods don't want. So they have placed guardians in charge of protecting that information from people like you.
Correct. Well,
Especially
I'm trying to ask for
people
just
like
one simple
you who
question
wish
of like
to,
where I can find some shrines for him, so that
Or her.
I could lie and try to get like tell him I'm going to
You
work
would
with.
have to roll a great deception check. In terms of DC, somewhere between 15 and 20 is probably where the deception check would need to be.
I think I can do
Man.
it, guys.
You are attempting to lie to a god. Which, now that I
Only-
say that, wouldn't be your first time, now would it?
I'm not lying to a
Now,
god. I'm lying to a serpent
if
of a
only
god.
there was a way to guarantee that you got a natural 20.
There you go. But I rolled a deception for you. I'll do all the talking.
So anyway, alright. So, in that case, if you would like to return and attempt a deception check, wherein you,
I don't know. I think
I mean, like I said, you don't have to attempt a deception check. Unfortunately for you guys, I won't let you just use the 20 because you rolled that in advance. You would need to have the full stakes of having somebody there to punish you if
Oh.
you do fail.
What's the point in having blips? Can we at least add a d6?
If you wish to spend blips, then yes, you can. But if you don't, if you're not in front of the being with the possibility of your life's on the line, what's the point,
I mean, if we get out of that, could we do some sort of roll if like something goes wrong and he doesn't buy and he starts attacking us? If we just get out of there, if he'll keep following
Yeah,
us and
I
try to
can
kill
make
us?
I can make you roll skill checks.
You're throwing we again.
Well, you tend to have really good skills to be able to help us in situations. So I was hoping to get your help.
And remember, technically in this world, everything is killable. Technically.
Well, yeah, but like with this
Especially
world,
Nyla.
if we just kill the serpent thing,
That'd be against the law.
it'd
Can't
be
do
it'd
that.
be pretty chaotic. And I think killing a creature guarding over its information by a warrant.
I think this would cause too much of a stir for you.
But
I
remember,
feel like
everything can be made legal, including murder. If you get yourself a piece of paper that says you are capable of murdering them.
From my roll that I rolled, is it possible for our party to take him down, or would it be difficult?
So let me paint you a picture of how you know about this thing.
Go
Give
for
us a
it.
stat block.
You knew about this thing from your research in the material plane.
Mhm.
So the information there on the Planescape universe is terrible at best. It's like psychedelic dream trips of some individuals that happened one time while they were like high on shrooms. That kind of source of information.
Mhm.
So you only have heard of this thing through myth and legend based off of the experiences of those who had heard about them from other sources. So you have no idea how powerful this thing other than very, but also it's like you can't tell how powerful it is reliably. Like you had been always told that devils were basically immortal and impossible to destroy. And I mean, to be fair, from the eyes of a commoner, they are.
Mhm.
So
And I'm going to assume
you
the
have
party
no
won't want to
really
kill this creature.
reliable info to know how to if how destructive this thing would be.
What do I have to do?
I said you don't have any reliable info on how destructive this thing would be.
What does the party think? Or should I just try to find the information elsewhere in a more safe environment? Because whatever the party says, I will do, or don't not do.
Give us your money.
Yeah, pledge your allegiance to Texas Red.
Alright, well, maybe not that. Pledge your allegiance to Helm.
I can't do that. I owe my life to the Duke of Thunder.
Didn't you owe your life to the anti-god people before? Or Lady Kelmyri?
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't owe
Wait,
my
is-
life. Lady Komari.
Wait, is
sorry,
Lady K, is she a god?
No.
Does she get more powerful every time we say her name?
sorry,
No.
Lady Bitch. She just gave me power when I needed it most. She wasn't. She didn't save me from anything. The Aethar, they didn't save me from anything. The Duke of Thunder literally saved my life by being merciful to me. So that's why I'm entitled to him.
I feel like the enemy to the great sea serpent should be like the great land serpent.
What about the great air serpent?
Why
Or the
not the
great
great
fire
bird?
serpent.
Well,
They all
there's
lived in
also the fact
harmony
that
until
if
Four
they're
the
all
air
part
serpent
of the
serpents
attacked.
same
lived in peace.
serpent, they're probably all good and evil.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that, Matt?
I was going to say, like, if those serpents exist, they're probably part of the same serpent, the world serpent, and probably are dicks too. So I don't think it really matters because we'll have to deal with one of them regardless.
So why are Lamias considered sea serpents? Like, why were they under his domain?
They weren't. He just killed my entire species.
Why?
You know, like how the orc gods hate the elves and the dwarves.
I mean,
So
I
just-
hate elves too.
Well, I'm going to assume people probably don't want to deal with this right now, so I'll put my search on hold for now.
You're in the best place for information. You should at least try to find something again.
I
Well,
was attempting to
I don't-
find some, except that now trying to achieve or get this information would.
So remember, I will point out, there are ways without the direct route, but once again, there is the looming threat of punishment.
I think the best place for information that you might want to go that's not strictly the governors would be a good place for us to check out. So I bet you they could get the information for us.
Boo! Making you guys do a logical route that doesn't involve death. Come on, guys. Party kill. Let's go.
It'd just be one person killed.
I don't think any of us were going to go with her. I'm also going to
Alright.
run. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick too.
Normally the contracts take an entire day, but you know, oh wow, look
By
at
the
that!
power of DM bullshittery.
By the power of DM, with your long rest, all of the paperwork that you had filed for the day before somehow takes a day to go through processing. Somehow gets all done in 8 hours.
Right. I once again will stay here with Damien if you all want to go on your little adventure.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys figure that out, or what you want to do. I'm gonna be right back.
Okay.
All right, so we're going back to get more information about you know who, correct? Hypotenuse?
No, we're not.
Okay.
We're going to find out information about our villains, or the anti-party, possibly about guns, and about Maximilian's backstory.
Gotcha.
Hastily writing on a piece of paper right now.
You're not wrong.
Instead of hastily made Cleveland tourism video, it's hastily made character backstory.
I could just use Prince Ivan's. Pretty sure that fit.
You figured out what you're doing?
Yes. Yes, we did. Texas Red and Maximilian and Nyla are going to find information about the anti-party, Maximilian's backstory, and then guns. While I stay with Damien and give him moral support.
All right. Well, if you're looking for the anti-party, you are in or near the census building, which would be the place.
Wow. Shouldn't be that hard to find a quadron. Yeah, we want a quad.
So I should also mention, the place where the gods information was, there was not a lot of hustle and bustle, probably because there's a lot of tape that even the Modrons have to go through. But here it is. Once again, nearly the entire floor on all levels is packed with Modrons coming in, changing information on a book, and then leaving, only to quickly come back and do it to another one. Except, imagine that, but there's like every piece of the floor is Modron doing that. So you're pretty much shuffling your way through a crowd of Modrons moving about. Luckily
Unless
for you, they're
somebody-
roughly goblin sized, or like 3 feet tall, so you can at least see over the majority of them. As these are Modrons as opposed to Duodrones or something like that. this place has a very high ceiling of indefinite height. None of you have attempted to get to the top, and I can just tell you, it's very high up, and equally there is a very low bottom. It goes through the gear and out the other end, so it's quite long. This building, or quite tall, I should say. And also because of the amount of hustle and bustle, finding a Modron of higher rank is not difficult, considering there's a larger, or there's so many Modrons moving about that they require upper management regardless. So it requires next to no difficulty to find one, at least to attempt to flag down, in order for you to attempt to find the location of whichever part of the group you're looking for.
We'll start with the Oni.
All right. What are you asking this duodrone?
For their file.
Do you have information to shorten the search
Their life story.
on how to find them?
They travel with a frog named Felipe, and they are in hell.
Do you know what layer they are on?
They are probably on Bator, probably.
Also-
God, what's the
Avernus.
regular? Yes.
Bless you.
Avernus. All right. With that information, we might be able to find them in several hours.
What's the regular skin color of an Oni, Brian?
What's the regular skin color of an Oni? Oni are kind of like goblins and kobolds, but they come in multiple skin colors.
Okay.
You remember that Adelin's is red.
Yeah. I asked that because I just remembered that when I was reading the thing, it said it was like blues and grays, and then I was thrown for a loop when I had the red lady is scary written down. So. Okay.
No, they come in blues, grays, and reds, and yeah. If you want to roll me a history check, one of you, in order to see if you can recall anything else, in order to shorten the search, go ahead. Otherwise, you will get the results in like a day.
I can
I'll,
assist with that as well. I wasn't there, so I don't know if I can really roll for it.
No history check. All right. Yeah. So skin color of an Oni tells you what kind of Oni. There are multiple kinds, which means that it's like a sub race, meaning that you can shorten the search a little bit with that.
Could you also tell them about Azralos? Because Azralos was traveling with them, right?
Right.
And then give more information on Azralos, how he used to be a bone devil, and now he's what, spine devil? What Maximilian is, or what Texas Red is now?
The Modron does not seem to interpret this information as helpful until you do say that she's working for them, that it's under a contract. In which case, then it's geez, how many eyes? Oh, okay. This one only has two. Said Wyden, as it interprets this information, says, "Very well. This can shorten the time to search by 2 hours. It will now only take 22 hours to find them, and it will wander off towards."
Before it wanders off, couldn't we tell them about the certain incidences that have been occurring? Like where specifically? Like I know we told them a plane, but maybe more specifically.
I mean, I don't have the specifics of where the convoys were that were hit.
Never mind then. Isn't there also that priest?
The dead
Did
one?
we kill her?
That's a dead one.
That's dead. Okay.
Right, we killed one of them, right, Brian? Yeah, and then she revived somebody, Azalos, I think, or the Oni, before dying.
Yes, you had managed to kill her, and then you ran into her again with the kill squad, but she was like a skeletal zombie. And then if I'm not mistaken, Maximilian roasted her.
Nice one, Max.
Wait.
Will that information help them at all? Probably not.
It's stands a bit of a shaken a calculation. 20 hours.
Actually, it might work because I think Damien's is around the same time. So yeah, we'll just wait. Well, has anyone else has anything?
All right. In that case, you will. It will take some time for them to process the information in order to find them. Anything else you wish to do in here?
Laughing Jane.
All right.
What do you need Laughing Jane's information for?
Are you asking for the rest of the Devil Squad's info or just the Onis?
Well, the Oni would cover Felipe. I already did Mr. Bones. So, and then the cleric's dead. So I think between the Oni and Otherless, that should be fine.
Gotcha.
Why do you think I'm wanting Laughing Jane's info, Nyla?
Well, I'm going to assume revenge, but I'm not able to. I'm not going to allow you to harm Laughing Jane.
Because I've always deeply cared about what Nyla wanted. It's one of my redeeming qualities. I'm very much a party man.
I'm just warning you. If you attack Laughing Jane, there's going to be consequences.
Yep. Okay.
Texas Red is scared.
Yep. Shaking
I
in
can
my
tell.
full boots against the person that sells out their values to save their skin all the time.
Not to save my skin. To continue on.
No, I didn't do it for myself. I did it so my goal can carry on. I would have gladly let the Duke of Thunder vaporize me, but gone after the Ocean Coiler.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe I'll join the Ocean Coiler. Texas Red has always made me love the ocean. I think I should get a god down here. I think, that's what I'm missing in my life. I have not found religion. I could become a good person if I found religion, because I can just justify all my horrible things then.
Full. Got a comment?
All right. So you're going to get the information on Laughing Chain.
Yeah.
All right. You pretty much similar thing. You tell her or tell it the information about her that you know. What layer do you say that she's on?
Oh, unknown. I know the last place was in her hut outside of the Giants, I think. Yeah, the
That
Giants
sounds right.
made me kill that dragon thing.
You don't know a location.
No.
And the Emotron stops and does a few clicks.
Are there a lot of snake eyeball people in this?
This
Yes.
information will be found in approximately 2 decades.
Great.
Might be here a while.
Sorry, Texas. Get him next time.
We got time.
We can wait.
Yeah.
Actually, if you wait for it, then the information about Sareth should be uncensored by the time you get the information about Laughing Jane. So really,
Okay, so
So
neither you
when?
2 decades to figure out how to get past the Guardian monster, as we're staying here now for 20 years.
Well, I think I'll get more done in 2 decades than, trying to get past this monster. So,
Your track record would prove otherwise.
was that a compliment? That sure sounded like a compliment.
Okay. Sure.
Besides, my contract will be up by then, so.
All right. In that case, yeah, if you're gonna wait for 2 decades, then I guess campaign over. Good job, guys. 10 out of 10.
You won.
Skip 2 decades ahead.
Winning by default.
All right. So yeah, it'll take 2 decades for the information. By then, hopefully, Damien's family is found.
Hopefully. We're not sure yet, but hopefully.
All right. So, yes, in that case, what other locations do you wish to go to today while the Modrons continue their search for information on Damien's family?
Maximilian, where did you want to go?
First, look up some info on the chaos, or what they had on chaos magic.
Sure, let's do that.
Chaos.
That seems fun.
Be the best place to start for that. They have a chaos section, something that they don't like.
Wait, no, I'm not. I'm definitely delaying time so I can do a quick search on something. But yes. So
do you need us to buy you time? Because I can.
no,
I
I
can
got
take
it.
care of
I got it. All right. So you're going to try to find information about chaos. You search for the Library of Chaos, which is a library full of chaotic information. All nicely put inside of a nice, neat library building. Which looks exactly like all the other library buildings. It is located over here. So that'll take you, roughly 2 hours to get to. So, do you want to do anything fun during those 2 hours, or do you just want to fast forward to the end of those 2 hours?
Before we go,
And who is going? Actually, that's also a good question.
I will go.
before we go, is there any information about like magical daggers in the place we're going, or the place we are currently, or just
You are at a census building. You are going to the Library of Chaos.
Was there a chaos
Neither of which
dagger?
have
it might be daggers.
anything to do with daggers, unless there is a chaos dagger.
I like a kind of fun dagger.
That might be chaos daggers. I'll go with.
You would have to scour the library for a chaos dagger information.
That's fine. And I got drones I can ask.
Fucking hell, there actually is a fucking chaos dagger? What the hell?
Are you serious?
God damn it, D&D. Dagger of Chaos. Yeah, I'd figure that's what you're looking for, right?
Well, anything, I guess. But yeah.
Value at 106,302 gold pieces.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good dag. I'll try and find more information about it.
Caster level 15, so it's equivalent to a 15th level. I'm not exactly sure what oh, you have to summon it as a 15th level caster. Alright, so it's an epic tier weapon. The answer is no, Melissa. The answer is no, Matt.
Wait, can I summon it though?
No, not summon it. It means crafting it, like as like an artificer or something.
I mean, it is a chaos dagger. I'm a chaos sorcerer. I might be able to help.
Well, let me tell you what. It's a +5 dagger that that allows you to polymorph when you stab somebody with it.
Oh.
And polymorph at random.
It sounds like I'll fit right up my alley.
No gods.
Apparently, discarding the dagger does not return the wielder to his or her original shape.
That could be dangerous though, because it says it lasts until you attack and hurt another. So if you turn into like a toad or something, just like a regular toad, you have to attack and hurt something else in order to change back. So,
And the dagger turns into part of your body if you cannot wield a weapon. So as the toad, it'd be like your teeth.
Seems fitting for me.
So yeah, you'd have to bite somebody. Yeah, you know what? Sure, somewhere in the world is a dagger of chaos. There's only one, apparently, according to the lore.
Wow. I'll try to find information on it, guys.
Unfortunately, the library would not contain the information on where it is, just information on everything relating to chaos.
Huh.
Thanks, Ben.
Thanks, man.
What did Ben do?
Pictures.
I
Anyway,
feel like everyone
Oh.
should know.
the rest of the party will Yes, so you will arrive at the Library of Chaos. Nyla will go off and do her own thing in order to find the Dagger of Chaos and find the information we just said earlier. What are you trying to find in here, Matt?
This. Yeah, I'll get this specific. I want to try to start more looking like the source of chaos magic, like what causes. I mean, that's kind of a question.
If only the universe knew.
Yeah, that's kind of what I assumed. I assumed half the stuff I'd just find in here would be, if only they knew.
Pretty
It's
much.
chaos.
It's not difficult for you to find the pattern that a lot of chaos stuff is linked with Limbo. The plane of neutral, or sorry, of chaotic neutral. But yeah, as opposed to the source of chaos. Oh, I guess you and Ben weren't really there for the grand speech of the universe. In the beginning, it was not good and evil; it was law and chaos, and from there, the battle created good and evil. So the source of chaos is pretty much the end goal of the forces of law in order to destroy it, so that law can be maintained throughout the entirety of everything. So unfortunately, you are seeking the most important thing to a Modron, the source of chaos, so that it can one day be destroyed.
So, seeing everything in here, I don't think I'm going to find what I'm looking. Any real useful information.
Yeah, you might be able to find information that you want but don't know you want, but as opposed to like the source of chaos, you're not going to find it here. Nyla, congrats, you found information on the Dagger of Chaos. The best information that you can glean from the information that you found is that it is somewhere located on the material.
which material?
Which material? The only material that exists.
Silk?
The
Cotton?
the Forgotten Realms Sword Coast. So unless you venture there, you won't really be able to run into it.
It could just show up. You never know. Chaos.
The sword, the dagger itself is not like a teleporting instrument.
Not a teleporting person either, but you never know.
Anyway. Yeah, so unless you go there, you won't be able to run into it. Anything else that you wish to know in the Library of Chaos?
Did he find out why he was sent here?
What
There'd
happened?
be a reason for that. I
Might
mean,
be useful.
I feel like it's a pretty open-ended question. I guess I could try to. Would that be here, or would I want to look more at where I was when I got sent here?
It's difficult to say. Roll me an intelligence check. Ironically, this is a part where a background would have been useful. Like there's one of the backgrounds allows you to find information in libraries easier.
Cloistered scholar.
I think scholar, yeah. So unfortunately, it's kind of hard to tell. You would need to have information on the temple that you were in initially. Because it could be something about that portal, it could be something about that temple, it could be something weird happened. Chaos can just happen sometimes, because that's just what chaos does. Without knowing exactly what happened, it's difficult to find information that would solve your problem. Perhaps this is a key that maybe the player should let the DM know something. Otherwise, the DM is going to come up with something for them that they may not want. Such as not having answers. And not ever knowing. Because chaos! Who needs an answer? Put that on a t-shirt, by the way. Anyway. Yeah. You will find in the library that there is a group of people that are sane who live in limbo, called the Githzerai. Apparently, they have some control over us there. There are also beings called Slad, which are like giant frog-like beings that are kind of like the natives, like demons or like devils onto their respective planes, except they're natives to chaos itself. I don't know if you want something else specifically here. Otherwise, we can zoom on back to the census building, or unless you want some other building of information.
I think we can zoom on back to the census building.
Now the firearms.
So I guess stop at the firearms building first.
Weapon knowledge.
All right. The great list of where things are sold. The great library of shopping. It's like 30-minute trip. Here it will contain an index of where firearms can be sold throughout the Planescape world. To your not surprise, it's pretty sparse from what you've seen and from what you can see from the book ahead of you. Most of Planescape is pretty traditional when it comes to weaponry. It seems that it's really only a select few material planes and Sigil that really has a booming firearm industry.
So Sigil, basically.
There are pockets, but they don't seem to be common. And without having actual locations, it would be really difficult to find them in the infinity that are planes.
Okay. That satisfies me.
Once again, remember, firearms types, imagine Wild West system, so like, stuff that would have been present in the Wild West is pretty much the maximum complexity of weaponry.
So basically, shotguns, repeating rifles, and maybe a Gatling gun if I want to haul around a horse.
But not like the stuff that we have nowadays, where it's easier to reload and stuff like that.
Yeah, the most advanced one would probably be a lever action rifle, where you can load with like 6 shots.
And because it's new stuff, it's not cheap. But considering you've been adventuring for a while, you probably can afford it without too much difficulty.
I can get a rifle, guys. I can have even more reach.
Yeah, but then you'd
Didn't
only
you
have
sell
a
your
certain
soul for a
amount.
new pair of pistols?
No, for one
Technically,
pistol.
I sold myself for one pistol, and then the DM was like, "Well, Dakota, because you were dumb and you didn't make your pistol as part of the upfront contract, it's going to be a better pistol." And then I'm assuming the Arizona Ranger will have a pistol. So.
And then I just had like a random hobgoblin just have a gun, so you can just
Yeah,
have
so
something.
I can have a gun in this campaign.
What? No.
What if
It's not a
like
good gun, but it's just a gun.
what if the guns you get are just like
Terrible.
way better? Or sorry, they're terrible, and we can buy way better ones at Sigil. Like, what if we see in a store it's like the same pistol that you signed your soul away for like
I'm guaranteeing
200
they're
gold?
considered magical weapons at the very least.
Great, it's a +1. Magic.
Better than your mace, which isn't.
Ooh.
What do you mean? My Warhammer is a +1.
Oh, did I give you a +1? Alright, there you go. Then in that case, no guarantee it's better than the mace.
It's all about looks and story for Texas Red, so. I mean, who knows? Maybe I just retire.
Possibly.
Or I could work to become a paladin of hell. And
Not a
claim
bad
sword.
gig.
I mean, I get to ride a horse.
Eventually. When we get to ride a giant metal bird.
Keep dreaming, bud. You know, if you could arrange a contract for that. Guaranteed.
Selling my soul for a griffin mount.
Seems. I mean, you only have to pay your soul when you die.
I'm already dead.
But like, die.
Unfortunately, his soul's already under limbo.
Yeah, I don't really want to sell my soul to the devil right now. But you know, I'll keep my options open.
All right. So, any other locations you wish to go to?
Texas.
This would be our fourth
Texas
day.
is unavailable right now. Warping to Texas is in a work in progress, and all portals are currently closed to this location.
Content is not available at this time. Please try again later.
When we found out Damien's information, it will be our fourth day in Mechanus.
All right. So, any more information you wish to find? Yay? Nay?
No, I'm good.
All right. Fast forwarding time. Do you have anything you want to do for an entire day, pretty much?
I'll tell Damien how many days he has left in his contract.
Huh. Sweet.
Because I figured that out.
How many days do you have left in the contract?
What? Do you mean today is the 204th day of the contract? Sweet.
That is correct. You're halfway done. You know how schools have like 100 days left holiday?
All right. So, first thing that gets resolved is the finding of Adeline the Oni's book.
Oh, come on!
Because that only took 20 hours, as opposed to the 24 hours remaining on Damien's timer.
Actually, I'm going to attempt to go back to that sea serpent.
Okay. In this case, that will go first. Is anyone going with Nyla? No?
Look around you.
Ooh.
Alright. Nyla. Let's take you to group 2.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Alright, somehow the vehicle returns an hour later. Or sorry, 2 hours later, after it leaves.
Huh. I feel timing-wise that matches up as if nothing happened. But we know Nyla, that can't be.
On the vehicle.
Maybe.
Yeah, just had a near life death experience. Nothing out of the normal.
A
Nothing out of the
near-life
normal.
death
Was it a good one?
experience.
Another one. Near death experience once again. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
Just another manic Monday. What day is it? Do we
Sunday.
still go off of the 7 days a week? In Mechanicus? Mechanismus?
Days of the week. What's the point of those? What day is it? It is
Day 204 of the contract. That's all that matters.
yeah, day 204 of the contract. Does it
Is
matter?
it a leap year?
Is this a leap
No.
year? No. Actually, no. Yes, it is. Last year was a leap year. Unfortunately, you weren't part of the party then.
That means I missed Shield Meet by 1 year. Oh wow, we'll get it next year.
4 years.
Yeah, next year.
All right. So, with that, those of you who wish to attend the opening of the Oni's book, be there. Those of you who wish to not, let me know now.
I'll be with Damien still.
I'm still looking for my family.
I'll stay with them. Also, I don't really have much of a use for this Oni information because I have no idea what the beef is with. I wasn't there.
I'll go.
All right, in that case, Nyla and Texas Red, you get to be the other ones not muted.
Woo.
Yay.
All right. Actually, no, I take that back. You know what? No, let's put you guys into group 2.
No!
Add some more drama.
Brian, no! Fuck.
They're not gonna know what they know.
God, they're gonna know shit. I'm gonna hate it. 'Cause I don't know that shit.
All right, the 3 of you that have chosen to remain.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, the search seems that it will end. As the Modrod reaches the last book and takes a look through it and says, "Targets found here." We'll turn the book facing you, and there's like 2 little lines that have the name of your wife and your daughter on them. And it will be apparently in some place called Elysium.
Is there any, like, specific place in Elysium? Or is it just, like, they're in the plane of Elysium?
Yeah, so it will be the lair Amoria. And then it appears to be in a location called Pirn. Pirn.
Well, Damien, that's some real good news, Volk says with a mouth full of pizza.
They're in Pern on Amora.
Pirn seems to be a town name.
Okay.
Or a city, or a village, or a...
Yeah.
Didn't I hear Elysium?
Yes.
Map of the Plains. Let's see which one that is.
Towards...
Oh boy, Texas Red is... Wait, no, that's not Mount Celestia. Still, Texas Red is not going to have a good time. We should probably go there before he becomes, like, a bigger devil. Do you think we can cancel his evolution by pressing the B button?
I mean, we can try, definitely.
So what did he say exactly, word for word? Was it just the place?
Yes. It's, they are in The Plain of Elysium, Lair of Amora, Towns or
Damien,
City of Pern.
is that your family's location?
Yeah!
Please tell me it's not in Asylum. No, wait. Yeah, Asylum.
Elysium.
Elysium.
Yeah, please
Elysium.
say it's not there. Please tell.
He just does the awkward smile, like,
Please tell me.
and
Okay.
he like nods, like really excited, like he's just completely oblivious to like you not wanting this to be. I'm like, yeah.
We should go to group 2. You and I should go to group 2 really quick.
Oh
Then I'm gonna
God.
go with.
This.
Ah.
So I have bad news, and this is jumping to conclusions perhaps, but we got the Oni's location, and they've been making frequent trips to Asylum. And the first thing that jumped to my mind was the only people we know that are heaven worthy would be your family members. And the Oni is definitely not above dragging family, kids into this fight, and they've been making frequent trips there. Like recently. About the time that Volk and Maximilian joined our forces, which means they may be trying to leverage them against us now that they're outgunned. So, yeah.
Well, then we
Yay.
just gotta kill them before they go back there.
That I agree. We also don't know what they've been doing while they're there.
And who knows, they may not be there currently.
Well, yeah, they were supposed to be with Uzralos and Avernus, weren't they? Like dragging your name into the mud.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, we're talking about like your family because they may have moved them or taken the hostage.
They can't take somebody from the Plain of Elysium. There's like angels and stuff there.
I mean, the Oni shouldn't be walking around up there either, but that's happening.
I would agree with that. I think it's best that we just proceed with caution for now.
Well, I agree. I think this should be our next go-to point. I will see what I can leverage with Dragath, but I believe this problem needs to be stopped now. If they're attacking my reputation, they would be going after your family. I don't know what Nyla has, but your family's why you're here. I'm after my reputation, so I think they're trying to hit us where it hurts. Just going into this, figured you should be forewarned. That's all.
Great.
Yeah.
And be assured, Damien, that I'm going to help you with no matter what the cost is to get your family back to you.
So, yay! You found your family's location.
And before you ask, Hearn does not seem to be a location that the Oni has been to.
Okay.
Okay, so that's good.
Like, did it say like specifically which layer she was going to, or?
Amoria.
Great.
So I think we should stop lollygagging here and just immediately go to...
We still have to follow procedure.
Correct. But at least start making our way towards where we can.
Anyway, I think we can hop back.
Before you get your hopes up, good luck convincing a devil to allow you anywhere near the Good Plains.
Yep, I don't think I wasn't gonna try and go to the Good Plains.
Back to general.
Yeah, you can go back to general if you want.
The nation you choose must be known, and you must be on the same plane of existence, and have some familiarity with the destination.
Familiarity might be hard, but also the same plane of existence. Well, Damien, we found your family. So that's such great news. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. And like he's definitely like super excited about that, but now he's just kind of like great. Fuck.
Can you not go there?
Not yet, but eventually I will be able to.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's because of the devil contract.
Well, yes.
That's
However,
like the least of our worries. How about that, right?
yeah. Uh, you know that group that we were talking about earlier that fucking hates our guts?
The
Which
anti-party?
one?
Yeah, the anti-party. I may have given some information to her about my family, not realizing that she was an Oni. She tricked me. She was in the form of an angel at the time. Um, so she's kinda looking for my family. And she's. You guys said making trips to Elysium? How often exactly? By chance, do you know?
2. Roughly a few weeks long.
Great. Good.
That is quite the issue.
I have an idea, but some people might not like this idea. I think there's one way we might be able to get Dragath to let us go to the Good Plains. That is to sell ourselves for more contract time, whether it be another year, 2 years, whatever it may be.
I'm signing myself over. I'm still free.
You might have to be roped into this contract, Maximilian.
Or we could finish this and see what Dragath wants to do, considering the party's causing him trouble already. Well, the anti-party. They are hitting convoys using our name, which reflects poorly on him. So we
I
may
do
get
think-
lucky.
I think the next goal is to find these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we find out that they're in the celestial plane, we might have to bargain a little bit.
Ooh. I don't think any of us are as good at disguise as the Oni man.
I would say let's go back and find Uzralos. Because she's the last guy that we know has had contact with her. If she's not with him, he probably has an idea of where we can find her.
Damien, I have half of an idea, which is certainly
Kill the
something,
Oni,
but
yes.
of course. But your family may be in danger at this current time, and there was nothing that would tear you apart more. I would go through any lengths to prevent that from happening. There are 2 people in this party who are not bound by this contract. Technically, Maximilian and I could venture to Mount Celeste, or not, to Elysium, find your family, and possibly rescue them. But it would be extraordinarily dangerous. But I'm willing to do it for you.
Maximilian is
From
willing to go
what
as well
we
to help you
know,
out.
they don't need rescuing yet. Because you guys have said that where my family are, Adeline hasn't visited there yet.
Well, and based on the fact that you have your family's location and it's not in a weird spot,
Yes.
they have some time.
I do worry for them, obviously. I wish there was some way we could get a message to any angels or beings up there
Well,
that could help them.
You could pray to a god.
We could visit a realm of a god, one who might be friendly towards the party, or at least one of the party members. If we go to Everwatch, I can perhaps seek solace in Helm, and perhaps he or one of his followers can get a message to your family. After all, I doubt there's very little that will stand between a follower of Helm and their goal. But of course, they may not want to dispatch even a message. If I would need some sort of evidence that the Oni is broken some rules, of course, broken laws. It is a twisted creature.
Well, there's multiple witnesses that in this party who have seen her literally murder dozens of children in one attack.
Right.
Plus,
Child
a
murder.
bunch of other children.
Child murder 2 counts? How many counts we talking?
Like 20 plus?
Mass child murder.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Writing that down in my helm ticket book.
Mass child murder. He murdered a librarian and took his place, took his identity, so that's identity theft along with that.
Playing with the devil.
She attacked us. I guess, like,
I don't know if that's necessarily illegal.
well, I mean,
But definitely the child
considering it
murder
was
thing.
unprovoked, what the second and third time she attacked us was unprovoked. Yeah, that's pretty illegal. I'm pretty sure that's called assault.
What do you want to do, Damien?
Would it be attempted homicide or assault?
Oh yeah, no. Definitely attempted homicide.
Definitely on Damien.
Bulk will continue writing in his helm
mhm.
ticket.
Conspiracy, because I guarantee
Well,
you
don't
that
actually,
they
wouldn't
would have
you
had
actually
to
know
have
about this?
talked to Uzralos and Philippe.
well, wouldn't Volk know the details of this already, considering he went to the village where all this stuff happened?
Yeah, but we never really, like, discussed all of it
Oh.
as it happened.
Gotcha.
Like,
just
he
kind of knew
knows
they hated
that, yeah.
Damien.
No. Honestly, I think I was, of the party that went there, I was just, like, off to the side. Like, they hated all of us, but, like...
What did they hate the most, me or Texas?
You know, I didn't ask.
Oof. Depends who you ask.
Alright. I certainly believe we have a clear case against this Oni. I shouldn't...
Yeah.
Hopefully the members of my order can perhaps be persuaded. And who knows? Maybe I'll see a face I know there. Who can help me out. After all,
Yeah.
through faith, all things are possible. But I... Not only for personal reasons, but also for Damien's family. It's the best shot of sending them a message.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps, well, we can cross that bridge when we get there. We should probably... Did we accomplish everything?
Unfortunately, no, but there's not much we can do on our end right now.
Okay.
Unless we try to get, like, a approval of murder and kill this beast guarding information about hypotenuse.
Then let us go to the fortress of Everwatch.
Now, wait. There's not going to be any repercussions from me coming along, right?
Have you broken any laws recently?
I mean, if you consider a law like being chaotic in this place, then
You
technically...
have,
Yeah,
I
but we've
believe,
already paid
received
that.
judgment by the Duke of Thunder. As long as you stand by and attest that you have received judgment by a divine being, I don't believe they can find any default in that. Brian, can I roll some sort of check to be sure what I'm saying isn't completely BS?
Religion. Advantage.
Awesome.
It's your god. Why would you have disadvantage?
I mean, I don't know. I
Or,
fell
neutral.
asleep during
I mean,
11.
yeah, you definitely fell asleep. You had all the opportunities to learn things, and, like, fell asleep. Anyway, yes. So, to your knowledge, as long as Nyla hasn't broken any laws, she should be fine. And
All right.
why would Nyla break laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before we leave, did we have any unsolved requests of the Modrons that we weren't planning on coming back to, besides my decade-long request?
This is you guys.
I don't think I got anything on my end.
I mean, if you give me like 4 hours, I can go back and scrub through all the footage of last week, but nothing that I can remember.
Or you could go to the center and be like, "Hey, do we have any requests?" And if we do, just
Or
ask
you
one.
could go to the part where Brian sends the squad of Modrons after us. You could skip ahead to the future in the recording.
Oh.
Yeah, can you just fast forward this video, and that
Mhm,
way you can see what actually happens to you guys later.
Hold on,
But
hold
when
on.
is now?
Scrubbing forward. 3, 2, 1. Beep. Okay, we're in the future now.
Excellent.
But when are we now?
Well,
Now
now
it's
we're then.
But when is now?
Army
This is the
after
future.
us.
Well, I mean, sorry, it was the future. Now it's
This was the
past.
future, now it's the present. And technically, now is the past because there is no such thing as the present.
Where did it go?
Where'd it
Hot
come
Hot Night
from?
Ghost stole it.
Alright, I'll be honest. Not enough people have seen Spaceballs. Great
Well,
movie. 10 out of 10.
Listen, all right.
Okay.
I haven't seen it enough to be able to quote it
When
word for word. I'm
Glad.
sorry.
Okay. There's definitely something we're forgetting, but
Absolutely.
let's go. Let's go. Let's go cog traveling. Brian, how long is it gonna take us to get to
I was gonna say, didn't we already
Overwatch?
get directions to Everwatch?
We did.
Okay, just making sure.
So I know where we're going. Man, this is gonna be a long trip, boys.
And
Don't we
Nyla.
have a thing we have to do in a certain amount of time? with the golem.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we,
If I'm not
we still
mistaken, I
have
said
like a
that
week
it
and a
would
half
take
at least.
4 days to reach there.
I'm saying like the whole trip to Everwatch. I don't know how far away Everwatch is from here.
Four
Four
days
days.
of travel? Oh, you know what that means.
It means Nyla is
Uh,
banned from making rolls.
Please,
Can you put it
Nyla.
on the map, Brian? How far away would it be from Everwatch to back to Acheron?
So right now we're here. Well,
All right, so I will give you the power of knowing time. You're supposed to be back in Acheron on day 220.
so if
Okay,
we
have
left,
16 days.
yeah, if we left right now, we would have 2 weeks to get there and get back.
I feel like we
It
have
also
to do
takes
this.
it takes a day for you to go from any cube to another. So it
Mhm.
would definitely take you 1 day to get to Raymerchick, and then you need to flag some way to go down the river Styx, which could take some time depending on how nice you are to your boatman.
It's Damien's family we're talking about. It's worth it.
So if we just went straight there, straight back to the next cube, that would take. It's taking a minimum of 9 days just to do all that. So we have a couple of days of leeway.
We would have 7 days,
Yeah.
and it took us.
Yeah,
it would
but
take us 1 day to fly back to, with the metal. Yeah. And then it would
that's what I'm
take-
saying is
We would
it's
still have 6 days left.
it's
6 days wiggle room.
so it's 8 days for us to go to Everwatch and back here, plus 1 day to get through the portal to Raked Merc. So that's 9 days, and then from Raked Merc, get a ferry back to Avernus. I'm guessing that's 1 day, so that's 10 days. Is approximately what it's going to take if we basically don't stop at Everwatch. Like, if we get there, give them the information, and come back.
Yes.
So we should have enough buffer room that even if we get stuck somewhere for a day or two, we should be good.
Besides, Damien, what is your life as opposed to your family?
literally nothing to me.
Exactly. Then let's go to Everwatch. We cue the Indiana Jones
Do, do, do,
theme
do.
song as we travel on the map.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun.
I'll be right back.
All right,
Excuse me,
I'm gonna
there's not
need
an
somebody
animation.
with piloting skills. There
Oh.
aren't any encounters, but you know what there are? Gears rotating at different speeds, of which you have to time properly, otherwise you end up careening off into the abyss below.
All right, I'll make the roll.
So who's first off, who's driving? I need the person who's driving to be making these rolls.
I would assume Texas Red, since he has proficiency in,
Fine.
you know,
Texas Red can do it.
land vehicles.
Alright, then Texas Red, I need you to make a roll to see basically how well you do this.
Kind of roll?
I'm sorry, what?
What kind of roll?
Vehicle roll, right?
Let's say I'm gonna need you to do a vehicle dex check.
Can I assist with Faith?
Oh wait, just the Oh, so it doesn't really matter who
Oh.
rolls it technically, because the vehicle has its own.
Yes, the vehicle has its own stats, but if you had proficiency, I will let you add your proficiency to the number.
I have a dex proficiency of 5.
Uh, proficiency is a...
Our proficiency is 4.
Yeah, okay. So 22. Alright, so you have... You deftly drive your vehicle through the gears. There's points in which the gears like rotate at like a 90-degree angle, and you're like, nah guys, I got this, and you like rotate the vehicle onto the wall, and because of the way the gravity works here, you make it safe to land on the sides.
Look, man, it
it's-
just works. Don't ask how, it just works.
Well, we do have spider legs.
True.
I do perception
And
check to see
there are
if
times
it's
when you have to time it with the gears so that you don't get crunched between them, and you're like, I got this, it's a shortcut, don't worry about it. And
That's
you
chaotic.
basically,
You can't do that.
you manage to
It's
thread the
efficient,
needles
not
a few
chaotic.
times. It's about efficiency. Efficiency isn't chaos.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you managed to make it to your destination in 4 days without being crimped or falling
Squashed.
off into the area below.
Oh, could we do Demon Blood, or to make it go faster?
Could you do Demon Blood to make you go faster? Yes, but remember it only works for about an hour. If you use it to make you go faster.
Oh, okay. We don't need it then. I don't think.
Because you have your engine with the Demon Blood allows it to go for longer periods of time as it's to supplement it, and then you can also use it to speed boost yourself. But there isn't really like an extended speed boost type thing.
Gotcha. Never mind then.
Also during the trip you will need to go and refuel your engine because it has now been 8 days, and that is more than 6. So somebody subtract a soul coin.
Got it.
All right, day 208. Off in the distance upon a small cog, and I say small because it's roughly, it's like 3 miles across, so comparatively to the one that was enormous that you were on earlier. There is a castle made out of a brightly, or a stunning dull purplish color, which you can recognize as adamantium. And as you approach, you see guards who appear to be angelic in nature, wearing a brightly colored full plate armor. Brightly as you approach seems to just be extra glittery steel color. And as you approach toward the one of the doorways of this castle, you see 2 of these angelic beings. They carry spears in one hand, and and shoot, what are they? Tower shields in the other. Tower shields are basically like 10 feet tall on their own. And as you approach, they look down at you from their height and cross the spears. That's the ground, so your vehicle won't be able to go through it quite easily, and say, "Who are you? And why are you in the realm of Helm?"
The Helm Realm.
I kind of lean over to Volk. I think it wants you to rhyme at it. I've seen these before. They're puzzles.
Volk will try to think of some rhymes.
Please,
Fail.
Volk, bust some rhymes.
Greetings.
His name is
being
Volk.
of
He's here with
immense
some folk.
power. We come to you in our most desperate hour. We seek solace in the safety of your keep.
Tower.
Speak.
And from danger, we must deftly leap. I am a follower of the great god Helm, and I seek solace in thy walls.
Boo!
I got two. I was pretty proud of myself.
All right. Roll me performance for your epic rhymes.
Oh no.
Damn it.
22.
22. All
Adam's
right.
rough.
The angels are taken aback with your interesting take on a rhyming scheme. Say, very well. In that case, you may enter. The rest of you shall wait here. You will not be harmed.
I'll turn. I'll give Damien a thumbs up. Say,
Just
Go on,
thumbs
guys.
back like, you're pretty good. That's pretty good. It's good enough.
and Volk will boldly proceed into the Helm Realm.
The helm of
The
Realm.
Helm of Realm.
I know what I said.
I follow
Alright.
him into the Helm of Realm.
You
Yeah.
will not be as you attempt to follow him into the realm of Helm. The spears will be put down in front of you. Say, only the one who is a paladin may enter.
But I'm his friend.
Same, just
You get no reaction from them. That statement.
that's a
Damien,
fair
I got
paladin
this.
nest.
Don't
I'm
worry.
with him.
Damien,
Yes.
just
Good people.
relaxed.
Damien, roll me a persuasion.
Oh god. Damien's persuasion checks. Let's see. Oh hey, I do have proficiency. I'm always surprised at that.
Can I aid Damien in this and kind of like help him persuade?
It's like you guys don't trust
All
me.
right. Unfortunately, you do not
Damn.
persuade. But they do not take any hostile actions against you. But they will not let you pass.
Mm. Oh,
Well, Damien, you want to play some cards?
you got this, Volk. Well, maybe not cards, but I'm pretty good at dice.
All right,
Let's play some
Volk.
cards.
Volk, if you don't mind scooting it down into group 2.
Some giants and halflings, Nyla.
I got good news.
Yes.
Okay, so Damien, I managed to put a word in through my god, and they will dispatch an agent to see the standing of your family in the current situation. They understand that the Oni is a threat, and that is what I was able to secure.
Sweet.
So, in doing so, I have incurred another debt through Helm, and I, much like your contract, I must pay it back. Tomorrow, I must go back into Everwatch to receive my task. So,
Why tomorrow?
we're gonna be... because the rules of gods are not for mortals to understand.
Alright, fair enough.
On the plus side, I did manage to find us lodging for the night.
Where?
If we go to the other side of this cog, we can find the city of Everwatch.
Oh,
It's
it's
an
actually
entire
like a city?
of people devoted to Helm. Correct.
Sweet.
So we'll have an actual bed to sleep in, as opposed to,
A crate?
yeah. Is that what you've been sleeping in?
In, on, around.
I feel like you've been leaning a bit too hard into your shifter background.
I mean, what else do you expect me to sleep on or in?
I don't know, like a
We
blanket?
have a vehicle.
Do you get motion sick?
No.
Is that why you drool when the car starts to go?
I don't drool.
Have you... Alright, sure, Damien doesn't drool.
and he kind of just like goes over to the side and just makes sure that there's no drool. Yeah, no, I don't drool. What are you talking about? Let's go to Everwatch.
Alright. The city of Everwatch. We're already at Everwatch. It's a lovely place. Shining. Isn't it nice? If Luck will stare directly into the blinding light that is Everwatch. Ah. Really scalds the eyeballs.
Yeah,
Once
why is it
again,
so bright?
it's a dull purple with colored adamantium,
Alright,
because it's the color of adamantium because it's made out of that.
and I could use one of those, like, adamantium shields. That'd be nice.
Ooh, I could dip my bracers in adamantium. Just like.
We
use
could dip
that.
you in adamantium.
No, you see, I'm cold resistant, not exactly heat resistant. Prefer not being dipped in liquid adamantium.
What if it's cold adamantium?
Then it would probably be hard and solid, and I would probably not want to bash my head into a solid object again willingly.
Oh, by the way,
An entirely new experience.
Ben,
It's
in case
really
you forgot, you know that the armor that the angels are wearing is Everbright.
Man, I've always wanted a set. It's been in all the scriptures I slept through. I always mention the hero clad in...
Everbright
Ever-
armor.
Alright, let's go to the city. I have a little bit of searching to do.
Soul searching.
A lot of searching.
Plan B.
I don't know that you'll find many, but you'll have to go this without me this time. I'm looking for somebody.
Someone you used to know?
Somebody that I used to know.
Somebody.
Somebody. Sorry.
From Dobby, like from Harry Potter.
God.
Alright, so it's not
yeah.
difficult for you to rotate on what side of the cog you're on. It's pretty much just a matter of going forward enough and not getting crushed by the
Other cogs.
other cogs that it is rotating with. But pretty much if you go full speed, it's good enough. You don't rocket off the end or anything.
You have the spider legs. I just imagine how creepy our car looks coming around. Just a giant spider legs grabbing onto the edge of the cog, slowly raising a screaming hulk of a machine above it.
Well, actually, it sounds like somebody getting tortured is the sound of the engine.
Oh, okay.
So,
But it sounds
yeah,
it's
it sounds
perfectly
like
on pitch because we're in an
Mechanist.
extremely lawful place.
yes. I mean, it is like on pitch. It is a perfect high F sharp, but like, yeah, it is not like it's not a happy sounding engine. So, yes, your vehicle changes direction or changes what side the cog is on, and on the other side, you do in fact see a a city that seems to be occupying the entirety of this 3 mile radius, or sorry, 3 mile diameter cog, and it seems to be built similar to the style of that of Regulus, where it's in an orderly style with the blocks clearly defined. The buildings all are built in a well defensible manner, in the sense that they are built with kind of like that of castle towers. You see amongst the population moving about. Everybody seems to be wearing some form of armor. It's not exactly all like heavy metal armor or anything, but it's like it's rare to see somebody who isn't wearing like at least leather. It seems to be an it's obnoxiously large a number of guards. As Nyla like looks around and notices there are definitely guards about. You hear the sounds of blacksmiths creating things. You hear the sounds of marketplaces with busy with activity. You don't see a lot of children moving around. They're actually very hard to find. But yes, this is the town of Everwatch, or sorry, the city of Everwatch. The buildings, by the way, are not made out of adamantium, but made out of a strong-looking stone.
Ah, good old fortifications and heavy armor. Reminds me of home.
Huh.
In terms of races, it's actually more varied than normal, but like basically normally means humans and half elves only. Here it seems humans only make up 70% of the population, and then the rest of the 30% seems to be split up between elves, half elves, dwarves, and then you see some non-standard humanoid races as well. In terms of halflings and gnomes, there are a few, but not a lot.
Pixie little hobbitses. Stole the pressure.
Let's find a tavern.
Would I know if
Um,
these blacksmiths be able to create a new weapon for me, or using like that poison sack I have, or is that something blacksmiths aren't capable of? I'm more
Possibly, but remember, this is a lawful realm.
Mhm.
That doesn't mean much. It just means that you probably won't be able to make great assassin weapons. But you might. So it might be difficult to get yourself something poisony.
Okay, it's more so for a task for the giants at least, or something else.
Like I said, it's not impossible for you to get custom weapons here. It's just poisony weapons are kind of assassin tools, and this is very much a hold up the law kind of place.
Okay.
I'll talk to one of the guards. Introduce myself. Greetings, Folk Wolfheim, Paladin of Helm. Me and my companions seek lodgings for the night. Can you direct us to a place?
Of course, a traveler. Welcome. My name is Captain Grizzly Whisper.
Captain Grizzly Whisper. What a adventurous name.
Indeed, I lived a great adventurous life.
And here we are, continue to live.
Indeed. Yes, if you follow that road over there, and then if you take a left at the marketplace, you will see that there will be several inns over there. In which case, you can stay in any number of them. Surely, at least one of them has some lodgings for you and your group.
Of course.
Your vehicle, infernal. You must have traveled quite a distance, and yet you hold the emblem of Helm, so clearly you must be trusted. But it is still a strange combination.
It's been a strange adventure, that I can assure you. Is there a parking spot for it?
Not really. We don't really get devils around here, so you might have some difficulty. But you might be able to put it near the horses where the carriages go.
That would be
You might have some difficulty parking it.
Well, that's why we have the spider legs.
Jeez.
Your companions, are they good law-abiding citizens?
Oh, they will be under my watch. Of that you can make certain.
Well, good luck to you then. I see a devil among you, and they can be quite a handful, you know.
Oh, I am well aware.
And that shifter companion of yours also looks a little chaotic, if you know what I mean.
I like to imagine that Damien's just like hanging off, like upside down off the side of the vehicle, just like, are we there yet?
He's got a heart of gold, I tell you.
Ah, well, in a place like this, a heart of gold can be quite valuable. Very well. Welcome to Everwatch. Have a great day.
Have a lawful day. Helm protects.
Helm
Goodbye,
protects.
Captain Grizzly Whisper. And Volk will he'll start walking the vehicle over, because I assume we need a ground guide for the vehicle, because this is a lawful place. We are in a civilian area now.
And with you guarding the front of the vehicle, the giant razor blades that occupy the front of it are unable to go and run people over and kill them as it was intended.
Oh, dang it.
Well, your plans again.
And you manage to take a left and don't get lost, considering the instructions you were given are clear, and are able to stick it in a parking space that is... But unfortunately, you have to take up two parking spaces with the size of the vehicle.
All right, we have a
Pieces,
handicap.
you people.
We have a handicap sign we'll throw on.
Warning,
Big waffle.
PC.
What? No. We would never do that.
I mean, of all the quirks we have in the party, somebody must be at least semi. Wait, Maximilian, you have a nut allergy, right?
No,
It's
no,
not
being
Maximilian.
PCs is enough of a disability on its own.
Alright.
That's not. You must be thinking of someone else.
We'll throw our
Some-
hazards on. We can park here.
Somebody you know on your mortal plane.
Before you get any weird ideas, no, nobody here, even though they're wearing armor, sleeps in their armor. That's stupid. Who wants that kind of chafing?
Unless they have the feet. Bed of
Do
iron.
you sleep in your armor?
Me? No. It's, seems like it would be quite exhausting.
It's good to know.
Or fatiguing. Or bad.
Am I getting some interesting hints here?
No, I would never. Hints? In this party? Alright, Brian. We've delayed long enough. What's the name of the
Alright.
inn?
The Golden Eye.
Good name.
The eye is similar in design to the Eye of Helm, that's on the glove.
All right.
The door opens up. You'll find yourself face to face with a tiefling woman who looks over and says, "Ah, yes, travelers, and a faithful one at that. Welcome to the Golden Eye. How can I help you?"
Well, we are seeking lodging for the night for my 4 companions. Myself excluded, of course. I'm just here to get them checked in. Because I'm going to use Shield of the Faithful background feature. Which, those of my belief will provide for me up to a modest lifestyle. But only me.
Why? Don't you know? The lodging for those of the faith are free.
Ah, yes, of course. If you can believe it, I haven't been here before.
That's quite unfortunate.
It is a truly wondrous city. How much will it be for my companions?
Well, for them, it depends on what kind of accommodations and how many rooms you want.
We'll take an even number, as is law. Let's say, how many party members do we have?
5. Plus Gial and Mazran, and the giant hulking monstrosity that is the body corruptor.
Well, we left that out of the truck. Standing guard.
Gotcha.
So, Mazran is barely even a person.
He's not getting a room.
He can sleep on the floor for all you care, and Mazran doesn't care enough to protest.
Alright, so we have 5 people. We'll get,
Well, 6 including Gial.
yeah, 6 including, well, yes. I'm not including myself in this count.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it just means that you don't have to pay for your room.
Oh, okay.
If you wish to lodge with any of them.
Okay, we'll take, total of 6 beds. 1 helm bed.
Alright, and then what kind of accommodations? We've got your average room, and then we've got the deluxe.
Below average.
Average.
Below average, this is a place of protection. Such accommodations could, it would not be as good on our reputation. After all, this is a divine realm.
We'll take the average rooms.
Alright, then in that case, it'll be 1 gold per room.
Sweet.
Is there just 1 bed per room?
There'll be 2.
Okay, so
3 gold.
I'll give them 3 gold and get 5 silver back.
Alright. In that case, yes, you will be able to enter your rooms, and they will be of modest proportion or modest lodging. So they're just gonna have like a nice, comfortable bed, a fireplace, and like a table and 2 chairs, and that's pretty much the accommodations you're given.
Sweet.
Alright. I assume we meet up in the lobby after we store everything in our rooms.
Yeah, you can come back down to the lobby. This does not have a tavern, unfortunately, for some of you. You'll have to do your tavern crawling somewhere else.
Oh no, such a shame.
I do apologize, but I must go off on my own for a while. I've got to find out about some information about an old friend. And some old friends, really.
Alright.
Try not to break any rules. I'm not going to bail you out.
I mean, like, what if we don't know it's a rule, though? Like...
Damien, if you think it's not a rule, it's a rule. Have you ever tried being a law-abiding citizen? That'll be a new experience.
Well, I kind of follow the laws, like, when they make sense.
Ella, perhaps you can pray to your new god of lawfulness. I'm sure there'll be plenty of temples around.
I wouldn't. Why would there be an almost the name, correct?
I can barely hear Matt.
Yeah, you were cutting out a lot. I'm sorry.
Is this better?
Yes,
Okay.
but keep talking just to make sure.
I said, why would there be a temple for Duke of Thunder and a realm for Helm?
There probably wouldn't, however, there might be a more generalized temple.
All right, maybe I will do so.
And
There is not really much of a generalized temple. However, considering that the Duke of Thunder is a god of stopping criminals, I would say that'd be like a temple with a grouping of certain gods of a similar justice orientation.
God similes. Or not similes, synonyms. If you like Helm, have you tried the Duke of Thunder?
Just like a Google
Oh
search.
boy.
Have you tried a god that doesn't kill gods for trying to stop crime?
I mean, why? I feel like it's a big selling point. How many gods have killed other gods? Like, not a lot. Helm struck one down.
I mean, didn't he also die himself though?
Alright, well, that's alternate history.
And then he
Yeah,
just
but he got better.
Yeah, he just got better.
Listen, alright? He just got better. It's all good.
I thought he was absorbed into Tyr.
He got better.
He
It's- That's the important thing. Listen, who cares that Tyr is a more powerful god and is more widely worshipped? It's not important.
Not like followers of Helm have ever done anything wrong. Yee.
Absolutely no war crimes were committed by the followers of Helm, that's for sure.
Yep, certainly not by me and anybody I was associated with.
I want you to roll a persuasion check for yourself.
I'm not going to persuade you of anything. Also, don't look up Helm on any Wikipedia site. Helm followers are all good people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway,
Definitely no
yes, no massacres. Anyway, so how we split? Volk is doing his own thing.
I'm gonna go.
Nyla, you doing your own thing.
I'm doing my own thing.
The rest of you, what are you doing?
Hanging out, being
Being
chill.
out of trouble.
Just finding a table and a chair and just sitting there for the next day.
Yep.
On vehicle.
Oh, not even going into the room, just in the vehicle.
Wow.
All right, you know what? There's nothing wrong with just sitting in a parked vehicle for an entire extended period of time.
I mean, I have my imp friends to keep me.
For you.
I mean, hey, what are the zoning laws here like?
Loose.
I'm just hanging out with Torun and GL the whole time. Just sup.
Loitering is a debatable topic. And all right, Jacob, what is Maximilian doing?
Just hanging out at this point.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I don't really want him to get into trouble.
all right, Volk. Just
Yep.
give me a second. All right, Volk. Let's go into group 2. All right.
Hello.
Volk wants to do some shopping. He wants to do shopping.
I'm buying a giant metal bird and no one can stop me.
I will stop him.
Don't worry, I have a good way to stop you if it comes to it.
By joining him. God.
It's called banishment.
You'll banish me to right here,
But if you banish the bird, it'll just
This is where-
reappear in Archon.
and it'll still be bound to me.
Or Acheron, I mean.
What is?
Wait, if we banished Maximilian, does he go back to the mortal realm?
Yeah, we've gone over this multiple times.
He just leaves the campaign.
Have you tried casting it on yourself?
Maybe he just loses all of his abilities when he leaves.
It's like he was never here in the first place, and we all lose memories of him.
Guys, I had a really weird dream about some lizard man. Ugh.
Sorry, Brian. I got everyone distracted by telling them why they don't want to win the lottery and then posting that thing.
Still take the
Alright.
win.
I'll take the money.
Who wants to join Volk in his amazing shopping spree?
Follow him around to make sure he doesn't buy anything stupid.
Same.
Alright. You act like I can't be trusted.
There's a reason for that. Because you can't.
There's a discount on full plate armor. I could really use an extra set. This set's all bloody. It's been through hell and back.
You know, you can wash the blood out. That is something that you can do.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
even let you buy some cleaner.
What, the river Styx? What clean water have we been by?
You're in a place by clean water now.
I mean, yeah, of course I'll clean my armor, but I mean... Also, Damien, shouldn't you be trying the food here? It won't be long before we're back in hell.
Oh,
I've been
question?
hanging out eating a lot of food with Gial and Torun and whoever else is with me.
So wait, question. The Hellfire Lance, have we gotten the appropriate work to actually own it legally?
Yeah.
I put in the
Yeah.
paper for it to be transferred to me.
Yeah, did that come yet?
Who knows?
Yes, I believe it did.
Are you
Violate
doing
our
that Lance
contract by going
Nexus?
here.
Okay, so for those of you who are curious, Everbright Armor. Everbright Armor has the ability to once a day be able to cast blindness / deafness on somebody, but only do the blindness. It is a save where they have to beat a 14. In order to calculate the price, take the regular cost, add a 0.
So if I wear no armor, then it should be free, right?
Yes, the armor that is non-existent will get the nothing ability.
Damn it.
Yeah, we definitely can't afford ever bright armor, but I'll still look at it because it's cool.
Is it specifically just for like heavy armor, or can I get that in studded leather?
Anything that's got metal on it. So you can't just get it on like hide leather or padded. You have to get it on something like studded leather or something like that.
Get it on your mask.
How much?
Put it on your
mask,
weapon.
your mask will not be able to do that because it is made out of Batorian steel, and it would have to be made out of a different material. Everbright is a different material type.
So did we violate our contract here though? By going to this plane?
It's the same plane. It's the same layer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was confused about.
Mechanist only has one layer.
Nah, I won't purchase any of it.
Yeah, I'm just doing window shopping.
I would
I'll
like to-
stare. I'll stare greedily at the plate mail armor.
Holy water is a very common purchase here.
I can. I don't know if I can create holy water.
I don't know if you need holy water for something.
It's always important to have, especially dealing with devils. You get a spray bottle with it and spray Texas Red whenever he shoots us.
Like a cat.
Yeah.
It would. At this point, it would have been used more than once, which isn't a lot. But weird that it happened more than once.
For 30 gold, I'll allow you to be in a spray bottle.
All right, I think it's worth it.
How much would it be to get my gauntlets enchanted?
Let's see. Because the problem is that they'd have to be made out of a different material. Everbright is a specific kind of metal. So, I mean, I guess you could get them plated in Everbright. I'm going to say it doesn't do radiant. It's just sparkly.
No, not Everbright stuff. Just like get them like like enchanted. Just like nothing to do with Everbright.
What are you trying to enchant them with? Because there's not a lot of that Everbright's the only specific material to Helm.
Like get them enchanted to do some extra damage.
That's gonna be an expensive procedure.
Actually, there is something I can afford for relatively cheap. I would like to purchase an Everbright shield for 100 gold. The
Yeah.
shield is worth 10 gold, so is everyone okay with that?
I'm fine with it.
Awesome.
Well
Yeah.
played. Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know. Are you gonna let me suck the soul out of somebody at some point to recoup the cost?
I mean, isn't that why we came here in the first place?
No, no. I can literally capture souls. I can turn them into coins.
I mean, like, what you do on your time is like your business.
Well, I'm not sure it's a Helm approved activity.
Is it a lawbreaker?
Technically, it would be lawful,
Boom,
but
there
you
you
would
go.
have to not screw them over. Like you would have to
Well, they would have
not
been dead. So
like you would have to not scheme or keep the scheming to a minimum.
Okay,
so
We're
if I
fighting them.
yeah, that's what I was. So if they attack us and I kill them because I'm awesome, I can suck their soul and it's fair game.
Yeah, no issues.
Oh, okay, then that's cool. I'm not really about killing random people with souls. That's a lot of work. I just let them come to me.
Lord knows we certainly have enough enemies.
I'm naturally talented at having people try to kill me.
Could I go shopping for like a magical dagger at all?
We can get you an Everbright dagger.
Sure. What you looking for?
Anything? I just want to kind of browse. So there's like a list that I could get sent, or just
Yeah, yes, the list that I have made. Mm-hmm.
yeah. What you're saying? You don't have a list for like all the daggers I could possibly purchase?
All right. Let me regret my life decisions for a limited time only.
Gotcha. Excellent.
500 extra gold.
Oh,
You can add a
no.
D4 of some kind of elemental damage.
Thing?
1d4 of extra damage.
Anything.
I'm gonna take back anything and say, ask me.
My gun.
Gun, no, but you might be able to get some kind of ammo. Kind of like your fire bullets.
But that's not the same. A base D4 increase to my gun would make me a god.
Unfortunately, nobody does guns here. Like I said, Sigil is your place.
Is activating the shining light? That's an action. Or is that a bonus action?
That's an action. Yes, that's an action.
No sticky keys. Sticky keys bad.
Could I enchant my dagger of lightning to have dagger of lightning and thunder?
Yeah, you stab somebody and now it makes a really loud noise.
And it shoots sparkies. Pew pew.
Yes and no.
So just a separate dagger and have it be thunder? Or
Separate dagger, you'd have to get a dagger plus the 500, but I'll say that you can try to combine them, but I'm going to roll a d20 for if that works.
what happens if it doesn't work?
What happens if it doesn't work? It fails,
And I'm just
You
out
lose
500?
both.
and you just lose 500, but if it... I'll say something good might happen if you get a nat 20.
You know what? We'll risk it for the biscuit. High rolling time.
And Melissa, no to the improving the bracers, but you know what? I feel like brass knuckles of elemental damage would be pretty fucking funny.
Cause like we kind of already cause like I have the bracers of defense have kind of like melded, like we've kind of like melded them together with the gauntlets that I have, cause like I got my gauntlets silvered.
Mm-hmm.
So like I have a +1 to hit stuff and like a +1 to AC, but it says nothing about the fact that it does extra damage. so like it's just kind of the fact that like I can hit a lot,
my
but I
hesitation
don't
is
do a
because
lot
Monk
of
hit thing many
damage.
times. My hesitation is
Sometimes Monk hit thing many times. Just like +1 damage per hit is like maximum of +3 per round.
No, that would be a 1d4 per hit. That's an
Also,
extra
Damien's
12
definitely not
maximum
gonna
damage.
live long enough.
Well, maybe if Damien dealt some actual damage rather than just a d6 per turn.
Fine.
I'm trying to find like something that'll be able to like be accommodated into
Either
dealing
you can
damage.
upgrade your bracers, or you can get yourself brass knuckles of elemental smackery.
Well, cause like, don't the gauntlets not come off?
No, I don't think so.
So like, I would just have to like upgrade the gauntlets themselves.
Yeah.
Is there any way to put like little spikes on the knuckles for the gauntlets? Just like weld them on there, just like
Each little spike has different elemental damage.
sure.
If you add spikes, I'll let them do an extra.
Just
I'll
one
let them-
damage. 1 damage per hit. Like that's all I want.
All right, if you want them to be spiked, I'll let you do piercing with them, and do for 750 gold. All right, can do piercing and an elemental damage of your choice of 1d4.
Wait, that sounds pretty good.
Limited
Okay, so
time
let me
only
just-
because I feel like I'm going to regret this decision next session. So don't expect these prices.
You can have that, Damien. I'm fine with you having that upgrade.
If you wish, you could also sell some of the stuff that you had gotten earlier.
That was one of the things I was looking at. Because we have a quarterstaff that we've literally never used. A potion of climbing, which is debatable on whether we'll use that.
There's also Nyla still has a mystery potion.
Nyla, do you
wow.
still have that?
I do.
Jesus.
Too. It's called lime green potion.
Yeah.
We also have some beans.
I think we should use
Shut
those
up with your
bargaining
guy.
chips, I'll be honest.
We're not gonna sell the beans. We're gonna use them. Alright?
We're never gonna use the
We are
Excellent.
going to
That-
use these beans, alright? I will make sure we use the beans.
I'll be honest, a bag of beans, awful. Like, the chance of something
But
bad
it's
happening
so
versus
cool.
something good happening is so awful.
This is why you don't eat them. You chuck them.
Yeah, but like, let's see here. The first one, it's either 5d6 poison damage or 5d6 temporary hit points for 1 hour. Like, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not great.
It's a 50-50 on whether it's...
Well, it's a DC 15, so it's pretty easy to beat for some people. But it's like weird. The second one, geyser of a liquid of the GM's choice, 30 feet into the air.
So
A tree ant
awesome.
sprouts There's a 50% chance the Treant is chaotic evil and attacks.
We can deal with it,
So I'm
Treants.
gonna say for the liquid, I would probably roll a d6. On a 1 and a 2, it's like something hazardous. On a 2 and a 3, I would say something delicious, and sorry, 3 and a 4 something delicious, and then a 5 and a 6 something positive.
Like healing potion.
Sure.
I
like,
think on a
like
1 it
standard
should
healing
be
potion.
influenced by the plane.
No, 1 is just straight up fucking magma. It's just.
Ah!
Are you using the old rules for magma, or are you using the awful serious rules?
The 10d10.
Well, since you say that, obviously the awful serious rules.
Where it's like if it touches you, you lose that limb, as opposed to like 10d6 fire damage.
Oh well, then 10d6
it's
fire damage.
10d10 fire damage.
Because some of the party members are immune to fire damage.
Wow! Imagine being a devil.
That would be cool.
Must be nice. All right. Yeah, I'll be honest. Bag of beans, awful.
Well, can I have them? If you don't want them.
I don't trust you. You're not gonna get.
Volk.
We can still
Damien
trade
just
these.
plants all of
crazy
them at
wizards.
once in one
Volk,
location.
Volk, I promise I will not do anything crazy with a bag of beans while we are on Mechanus.
I don't want anything. Like, did the beans come with an instruction manual?
Yes, you either plant them or you use them.
Or we trade them for favors from crazy wizards. It's already
Oh,
gotten
that's-
us ahead.
Yeah, but that's one. Like, think of all the other stuff we could do with all that craziness.
I'm going back to the inn, and I'm going to sleep. Oh, next to my ever bright shield. It's so bright.
I mean,
Are people okay with me upgrading my dagger?
how much is that?
500, I think.
Yeah, 500.
Do we have enough to do both that and the thing for Damien?
Yes.
That
We
would
have
be
1,500.
1,250.
We have 1522.
Man, the party's spending all our gold. Texas Red is still here with his base items from the start of the campaign.
Well, actually, can we sell our gold?
Man, remember when Texas Red sold your guys' souls for a new gun?
No, not even a
You
new
think you're-
gun. It was
you're
an old
slow?
gun. It's an old used gun.
My old used gun.
But still, an old used gun.
You think your guys' souls is worth more or less than 1,500 gold?
1,250.
1,450.
250.
250.
Ah, my bad. I'll be honest. Texas Red has probably gotten some contracts where people's souls were way less.
Most of my contracts have been for souls that are worth 1 coin. That is worth 100 gold.
And you gotta get yourself some higher quality souls. We've been killing lots of people left and right. You should be slurping up their souls.
I killed a lot of people recently.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've been on a murder break.
For like 2 months.
Is everybody
that'll
okay
change when we
with
go back
me
to
and
hell.
Nyla getting the upgrades?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay.
We'll get our.
Did
giant
the
red
16
swords
do
later.
anything, Brian?
16 means that you successfully get the dagger.
My last combat roll was against Nyla. When she was trying to kill our key witness.
We also
Ron?
sell
No,
our-
no, we
the
fought
last
the
combat roll. We
uh
fought a bunch of ghosts.
yeah, the ghost orcs,
Oh,
half hobgoblins.
Why
Listen,
didn't
if
you
you
take
wanted to
any
go
of the
and-
orc souls?
because they have to be worth something to take. Like,
You don't know that warlord, the orcish warlord, could have been worth a pretty penny.
that is my bad. I stand corrected.
I mean, if you really want to go and just harvest souls, I mean, you know, the Grey Wastes is literally the sharp shopping mall of soul collection.
And we corpse collector now.
What's the souls for you? We just let them go rampage.
Well, you have it for the next few days until
Yeah.
you.
You are correct.
Oh, I mean, we don't have to turn it in.
Sure, I think you guys
Specifically, the guy who's not part of a contract who
totally
controls the
okay.
corpse collector.
I'm just gonna say cold damage for now.
So your regular hits do cold now?
Yeah. Cause with my subclass anyway, resistance is nullified and immunity is treated as resistance. So it just makes sense.
So your hands now are perpetually cold.
Yes, so if I hold
Oh.
somebody's glass for them, I will chill your drink for you.
But also, you've
just
got
living.
like, if somebody has to hold your hand or you have to grab onto somebody, you got the cold hands though.
Ah, dang it, yeah.
Hey, I got the sticky hands, so maybe that's a good combination. Sticky and cold.
Anyway,
Well, I mean, it's elemental though, cause like I can change my element between like acid and cold. So like I might just like burn someone's hand on accident.
all right. With that, I think this is the end of the session.
All right.
Nobody else wants to buy anything.
I'd like to buy a giant metal bird.
I mean,
I'm
there's
getting
no
a giant bird.
All right. Flips. Let's do them.
Flip 'em, I miss.